When little Elisha was 7 years old, he was on the playground one day, and some kids were huddled up on the side, and they were planning something that he wanted to be part of. So he walked over and asked them what was going on, and they said, "We're starting a cool club." So Elijah, being the cool brother he is, said, "I want to be part of the cool club." And they said, "No, you're not cool enough," and they rejected him. Now, whenever something bad happens, whenever we go through painful situations, we have to make a decision, just like Elisha had to make a decision. How you deal with pain is completely based on how you view yourself. If you view yourself as the devil views you, as a victim, a failure, a loser, you will deal with pain one way. But if you view yourself as God views you, as a victor, a conqueror, his child, his beloved, you will deal with pain another way. So here's little Elisha, 7 years old. Is he a man of God or is he a loser? Well, if you ask kids at his school about him, they'll tell you he's a man of God. As a matter of fact, in one of the classrooms, they were asking, they were asking the kids to describe God, and they all said, he's like Elijah. This guy, he's a little man of God. He prays for his students, for his fellow students. He always has his Bible with him. And so his identity was already established as an MOG, man of God. And because his identity was established as an MOG, he figured, I'm going to deal with this painful situation, this rejection, as a man of God would. Whenever God allows you to go through a painful situation, you have to make a decision. Are you going to respond based on your devil identity, which is a loser, which is a liar, by the way? The devil's a liar, and how he has defined you and wants to define you is based on lies. You can decide you're going to deal with your pain based on that identity, or you can base your pain, your response to your pain, based on God's identity. My encouragement to you is to read the Bible and find out how God views you. He says you're a conqueror, you're a victor, you're a child of God, you're a beloved. All these great things and great ways God views you, you need to adopt those perspectives on who you are. So when something bad happens, when something painful happens, you remember who you are and let that define who you are. The Bible says that God will never allow you to be tempted beyond what you can take. But what God is saying, as long as you understand who you are, because as a victor, I know the pressure God says he can put on you. As a conqueror, God knows what you can conquer. As a child, God knows how he's going to support you as his child. And if you see yourself as he sees you, nothing, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. But what Elijah did, the next day he came to school, he says, I don't have to worry about the cool club. They're not going to define me. And he started the Bible club the very next day. And he said everybody was welcome. So every week, little Elisha, now he's 8, has a Bible study on his campus on the playground at lunchtime. He has 20, 30 kids. He does altar calls. He has crafts. He sits on the table. They sit on the ground. And he says, I'm a man of God. I'm going to do what men of God do. I'm not going to worry about what they say. Let me encourage you. In any situation you have that's painful, any situation you have in your life you don't like, just remember who you are and respond to it based not on the world's definition and description of you. Respond to it based on God's definition and description of you, and you will always come out on the winning side. Do something and turn pain into something positive in your life. God bless you. Do something.